Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Good afternoon. I've come back from taking Max for a walk. That was about 45 minutes ago. So today's been relatively, normal. I've got really no complaints at all. So I've got to turn this off. Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 3:57 p.m.
You know what it's like in the lead up to the new year. People are off work, they're off school. We've had Christmas. I had a wonderful Christmas. I spent it with family. I saw my mum 2 days ago and she gave me some bits and pieces, and I got some presents. I've yet to show you my Mickey Mouse pyjamas. I might put them on this evening and show you. They do fit. They're 14 to 16 and they fit perfect. I got matching slippers because I like Mickey Mouse. I do, I always have done. Disney. So this morning I got up. I felt a bit grotty this morning. I think people do. It's the type of, it's the season for coughs and colds and flu. Fucking bugs. So I was led down there and I was absolutely frozen because I like to sleep with the window open so that I can get fresh air. Sometimes it backfires on me because cannabis comes in through the window. Last night I went out to a smog of cannabis, which was quite infuriating actually, because it just, when I come back I can deal with it. Because I can come indoors and if I feel dizzy I can just sit down, but when you actually go out of the building and you breathe fucking full ganja in, and then you've got to walk the dog for about half an hour and you're like swaying from side to side and struggling to breathe. It pissed me off last night, really did. So I got up this morning. I never know what to expect when I go outside that front door. This has been going on for as many years as I've been on social media. The first presence was YouTube when I started doing videos in 2009, when I used to live with my mum and dad. And my first videos were of foil balloons, you know, the helium ones. And I even made sock puppets, and I had a spider called Boris, and I had a sock puppet. I did all sorts of like do-it-yourself videos with making sock puppets, making things. And then the balloons started from there because I went into card shops and I got an inflatable helium balloon, and it started like that. And I was into Eminem back in those days, like 15 years ago. I was into Eminem, so a lot of my videos had Eminem t-shirts and Eminem music and Eminem CDs, like showing them off. Now we've got all iTunes, and you know, you don't need to buy CDs anymore. But back years ago they were popular, and I used to just, when HMV brought out Eminem's new CD, I would go and get it straight away. Now you can get anything on YouTube online, and I don't really get CDs anymore. So my first videos were in 2009, and that's when my social media presence started. And I did really well to start with. Some of my first videos got loads of views and everything, but as I was explaining about Caroline Flack this morning, how people's comments can make you feel upset and change your outlook from being happy to miserable. So when I started getting vulgar messages, I deleted 2,000 videos on my first account because it upset me. Now I realise that everyone gets it. So you either turn the comments off or you don't read them and you just get on with it. I'm still being pestered. 15 years on, I'm still being pestered. Same group of people, the same messages, same crap, putting me down, taking a piss. And I'm still doing my social media. Some people can't take it, full stop. And when it first happened to me, the trolling, the sexual, disgusting, vulgar things, it did upset me and I would delete the channel. But now I'm steadily keeping going with my YouTube and not letting anything affect me. I know who I am. I know my gender. I know what I want out of life. And whatever these idiots do and say, it doesn't bother me anymore. It does, but to a certain extent, but it doesn't stop me living my life. If I want to go to the shop, I'll go to the shop. If I want to go out, I'll go out. If I want something, I get it. Some people, it affects so much that they can't go out. They rot inside their flat or their room and die. Because this is what they want. This is what they do to some people who suffer from deep depression and can't. It did happen to me 2 or 3 times at my old address where I wouldn't go out for 3 days. But luckily for me, I've got relatives that care about me. And if I don't answer, they come and find out. They don't just leave me, you know what I mean? I'm lucky. But some people that get bullied and harassed stay in their flat or their house and they just die. Because of this incessant bullying, this crap. They want to steal your shine. They want to steal your light. They want to snuff you out. These bullies. And you have to think, right, well, carry on, call me that, say I'm that. It doesn't fucking matter, because what matters is what you think of yourself, not what anybody else does. Someone calls you fat. So what? If you're happy with your weight and you're happy the way you are, fuck them. If they say you're ugly, fuck it, they probably are, and they're transferring their shit onto you. You see, I get called that all the time and I go outside the door, fuck it. I think everybody gets up in the morning when they've got out of bed and their hair's all over the place, looks in the mirror and goes, oh my fucking Christ, what do I look like now? But then you brush your hair, you do the best you can with yourself and you go outside. I don't live with anybody, I've got no man to impress. I brush my hair, I wash my hair, I wear decent clothes, and I haven't got anyone to impress, so fuck them. It doesn't matter what they think. And why they just keep going on and on recycling the same old rubbish over and over again. It's boring. If it was a television series, I'd fucking turn it off. Change the bloody script. Doing the same things to get my back up every fucking single day. Wind it down. Every day it's the same. Because it worked in the past. But it's not working now. Why? Because you're boring. Go and find something else to do. You know, oh my God, they're so predictable. They're going to do that. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And they're going to do that. And I can read them like a book before they've even done it. And what hurt and annoyed becomes boring. Like, oh my God, not again. So I got up this morning, make my tea, feed my pets, keep myself positive, keep myself in the right frame of right mind. Because once you get that depression in you, it's so hard to fucking get outside that door. And thank God I've got Max. Right? Because I have to take him out. And I have to face these demons that I don't like and don't want to mix with. I have to face them. It forces me to face them. That's what it does. So Max makes me strong. And also I've got a cat called Harry. And I've always got something to cuddle. And I spent Christmas with family. I saw my mum a couple of days ago as well. Mind you, it was a bit alarming because my mum's like, you know, saying things like, no, don't say that. Don't say that. But it must be frightening when you get to older age. You know, it must be frightening for elderly people every single day. What, you know, when you're all hunched over and you don't know what's outside that door. And I get fucking sick of it, and I'm not elderly yet. So I told you our lift's broken. I went out with Max this morning. The lift goes down, but it won't come back up because the entry system to the lift is bust downstairs. So I went downstairs in the lift with Max, and there was parcels for somebody in this block of flats, 2 big parcels. And as I said the other day, I was round my mum's and I had a message whilst I was round my mother's saying my black trousers couldn't be delivered. So everybody's parcels are coming into the flats and I haven't received my trousers yet. So the post person gained access to the building today, but there was no black trousers. So everybody's getting their parcels, but I'm not. And it doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered. It's just a pair of black trousers. You know, that's all it is. It's a pair of trousers. But they mess around with my bloody parcels. They do. And they think that's going to manipulate me and get me cross. And I think, fuck it. You know, I've got money in my purse. I've got food in the cupboard. I've got food in the fridge. There's people out there bloody homeless with nothing. And these idiots that keep winding me up and harassing me think that because I haven't got my parcel, they're going to show off with all theirs. And it doesn't matter. There's people out there with nothing. And it's just a pair of black trousers. I'm grateful for a roof over my head. Now, I say to myself, every time I hear a stamp or I hit, it does jolt me. It does make me jump out of my skin and it does make my health worse. But I fight it. And I say to myself, Crystal, you've got a roof over your head. Crystal, you've got food in the cupboard. Fuck them. They're not worth it. None of them are. And if they seriously want to make you ill, they've got some sort of problem. Because a normal person doesn't want to do anybody else harm, do they? So they're not normal. So I went onto the field, and I keep a journal. And everything that's being done to me is being written down, not only for a record to give to the Ombudsman and my solicitor, but to get it out of my system, what they fucking do to fucking rub me up the wrong way. There's piles of it. Piles and piles of it. What they do to disrupt my life, upset me and try and cause me physical and emotional pain. Just by being rude and manipulative and saying scary things to frighten me. Or dressing up like gangsters, thinking they look like gangsters to terrify me and they just look stupid. Short, stumpy gangsters, no. So we went up onto the field this morning and we tried to relax. It's freezing cold, it hurts your fingers. So you want to go for a walk and come back as quick as possible. And there was a load of people on the field and I kept myself to myself. And I thought, yeah, you start letting dogs off loose and let them claw my trousers and put muddy paw prints on my trousers. And then start laughing to try it. They laugh to try and antagonise you. Oh, it's only a dog, you know, yeah. Yeah, it's only a pair of trousers. Just being silly to try and cause a bit of negativity. But I usually, when I see a twat, and I'm sorry, I call him a twat. When I see a twat coming along, I phone somebody. Because number one, if they see you talking to someone on the phone, it's a witness to their behaviour. Number two, you're twice as likely not to react to a twat when you're on the phone to somebody or you're filming with the camera. That's why I film. That's why I ring somebody up. And I have got people I can talk to. I don't sit in this flat like a sad person. I have got people to speak to. I've got things to do. I'm learning Welsh. I'm doing very well on my Welsh. It's a hard language to learn. And it's even more hard when you've got twats interrupting what you're doing. But I'm learning Welsh on my own in my flat. I'm doing well at it. I might go to Wales on the train one day. Who knows? You know, when it gets warm, get out and about. Take Max out with me. There are dog-friendly places. I went to Whitstable, and there's still some beaches are dog friendly. You can take a dog into a food shop, into a restaurant. Who knows? I am not being controlled by morons anymore. Even if I've got pain, I will fight through the pain just to get out of here. And I do every day. I fight through pain. Not just mild pain, chronic pain. I fight through it every fucking day. And I make myself go outside to get fresh air, because otherwise these prats just try and manipulate, harass, make you feel ugly and small, and then they show off. And they really haven't got anything to show off. That's the whole fucking point. The little fucking things they do, the sad, silly things they do is nothing. And when I'm feeling in a shit state, when it's really affected me, I think it makes you think they've got a lot. Oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. I'm stuck indoors. Well, rest recuperates your body. And when your body is tired and in pain, it needs to rest. And fuck their crap. You know? I am going to try and get out of this flat next year as soon as possible. Right? And we make a new home livable. We'll smile in it, and we'll do everything right. We won't film outside, and we won't film and tell everybody where we are. Because that was a mistake. Now I've done it, fuck it. But when I move somewhere else, that's it. Let's hope the people are better. Feels like a prison in here. It's restricted. However, I do have people I speak to online and offline on the phone, and I have got people if I need someone in emergency. So these idiots can fucking bog off. They try and manipulate and frighten you because you're on your own, because they think there's nobody that cares, but there fucking well is. So they can piss off, can't they? And as for these weird flirt finder messages I keep getting, right, you know, with blurry photographs, fat men with sagging necks. Look, whatever you think I look like, you are paying me attention, right? Trolls make people's channels go up by following them. So you are doing us a service, right? With your sad, sorry crap, your photographs that are nothing like you, because you wouldn't show your real face because you'd frighten me off. I'm sure you fucking would. You go on and on about me, sending me pictures of old saggy men, but I'm sure your picture would scare me more than the ones I've been sent. And they're fake. I wouldn't want to see a picture of you. And the sexual pervertedness of it. They would only get away with that by being fake. And they're in Edinburgh, they're in Belfast, they're in Timbuktu, they're in Berwick-upon-Tweed. They're never ever anywhere within driving distance to come and take you out on a date, are they? These fake crap profiles, are they? It's all a lie. And you think I'm stupid and believe it. I don't. You're just a waste of space. And just accept it. Nobody wants you. You just like to offload your shit onto me and upset me. Well, you can take it back and eat it. See you later.